Can you actually hear the Stone Roses becoming the Stone Roses? Let's find out. Hey everybody, welcome back to Riffs and Reactions. This is Barry, and today I've got another one from the Stone Roses. Quickly, well, not quickly. They are. They're one of my favorite bands now, especially from that era of music. This is a demo. This is called Pearl Bastard, and this was a super thanks from Manchester, our city. So let's just jump into it. Gosh, I know it's a demo. I really, really wish the sound quality was better, and this is probably about as good as they could get it. And they recorded this in 1988. I checked just to make sure. I wanted to see if Manny and Reni were on this recording, and they are. They were already in the band. I didn't know how early of a demo this was, so it's just a little muffled sounding. I wish I could just hear it just a little bit better, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a demo, and that's what you get a lot of times with that. So, but it's a really cool song. I was sitting here, I was listening to it, and it almost takes me back and reminds me of, I know this is a stretch, so y'all just bear with me. Reminds me of like some of the early 60s bands a little bit. And I'm going to throw a name out and you're going to go, what? But like the Shangri-Las, the leader of the pack kind of thing. It's just that same kind of, not the vocals or anything, just the sound, just the overall sound like it could have been a song from the 60s. But anyway, that's enough of my talking. Let's get back into it. I'll go back it up just a second.
Shadows crept along the beach. I know the boy was out of reach. My lungs filled up with salt, sand, and screams. All alone on my own, dark and cold, wanting more, fighting way.
Definitely got that 60s sound to it, especially right here. nice bass run. Okay. So listen to this. I'm going to back this up. This drum pattern, off the top of my head, I can't think of it, but this drum pattern shows up later on in another song. Is it Waterfall? Yeah, it definitely shows up in another song. All right, so that was the Stone Roses Pearl Bastard demo, and that was the first for me. I've never heard that one. That was a super thanks request from at Manchester our city, and just want to thank you once again for your support of the channel. You're pretty awesome. So this recording goes all the way back to the 1988 demo sessions. And it was the classic lineup with Ian Brown and John Squire and Manny and Reni. They were already together. And even though this song never made it onto a debut album, it's really cool to hear where the band was creatively already during that period. So the first thing that stood out to me was the songwriting. Even though it was, rough demo quality, I still thought this was just a really good song. And honestly, I'm surprised it never was re-recorded for an album, because it definitely has all the ingredients of a classic Stone Roses track. The demo's pretty rough though. The audio is really muffled, and you could tell it was really never meant to be a finished release at all. Ian's voice sometimes was just buried in there. You couldn't tell what he was saying. But you can hear the direction the band was going. And, that's what's so cool about some of these demos like that. You can tell where they're going. The thing that caught my ear the most, though, was the 1960s influence that I heard all throughout the song, really. The bass lines and some of the guitar parts immediately made me think of groups like the Shangri-Las. It was just a blend of kind of the 60s melodies and that kind of, that sound. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's just what I could hear in my head. And, and I think other songs really from the Stone Roses also have some of that same sound. I think that's maybe what made them a little more unique than some of those other bands around this time period. It was also fun hearing the evolution in Ian Brown's voice. You can still tell he's developing a vocal style that, you could easily recognize him later on. And then, of course, Reni's drumming. It was really unmistakable. In fact, one of the drum patterns near the end of it reminded me of a part that shows up later in, I think it's Waterfall. Don't hold me to that, but I think it was. And that's just something I've got to go back and check out. But that caught my attention. And, overall, I liked it. Even though it's only a demo, I thought it could definitely have been re-recorded and put on one of the albums. So a definite thumbs up for me. And thanks again to at Manchester our city for the super thanks request. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to get your request moved a little bit closer to the front of the line, you can do it doing a super thanks. And there's a short video at the end, and it explains exactly how that works. So if you enjoyed this reaction, please click like, please subscribe, and click that notification bell so you won't miss any future uploads. I do upload every single Friday, and I do have other videos that come out different days of the week sometimes as well. So don't miss any of those. And if you think a friend of yours would enjoy this reaction, please share the video with them, because sharing really helps the channel grow. And I would really would appreciate if you help me with that. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on Riffs and Reactions. So take it easy. If you want to make a request and help support the channel, a super thanks is always greatly appreciated. And here's how you do it. Just look for the little heart with the $sign in it. That's the super thanks button. When you click it, you can leave a small tip, and it also highlights your comment. Just include the band name, the song title, and the version you want me to react to. Not every video has super thanks enabled, so if you don't see the button, just scroll through my channel and find a video that does. Thanks so much for your support. It really helps the channel grow, and it keeps these reactions coming.